Good morning, students. Today we will be learning about ER diagrams under the course Database Management System. Through this today's class, we will understand why ER diagrams are important, and then we will be able to easily draw an ER diagram if we have to design any kind of database. Concepts to learn today is what is a data and a database, what are ER diagrams, why is it necessary, and shapes in ER diagram, and a very simple example of an ER diagram. When it comes to database, the first question is what is a data? Data is any recorded facts or figures that is stored in any storage device using a computer. So these facts and figures can be stored in the form of alphabetical characters or numbers. Information means meaningful data. So anything that you infer from a collection of data that is known as information. And database is any organized collection of data. And in order to maintain and to create those database, we need a platform or a system, and that is done by using a database management system. ER diagram, ER stands for entity relationship. These are used to describe the relationship between two or more entities, and it also describes the overall structure of a database. So why do we need an ER diagram? ER diagram is necessary because it gives us a pictorial representation of what an entire database will look like. It is very easy to create and easy to understand, and also you can easily visualize. Even if you are a non-technical background, you know what a database will look like even while designing it. Components of ER diagram, it consists of three things, that is entity, attribute, and relationship. Entity is anything that exists in real life. It may be a person or a thing, or it can be a concept. Attribute are those properties that are used to describe an entity. So for example, if an entity is a student, attributes will be the student's roll number, name, and address. So key attribute will be the roll number because that a key attribute is used to uniquely identify the student. Composite attribute can be its his address, that is the house number, the street name, and the pin code. Since its address is composed of multiple attributes, so it is known as composite attribute. And if the student has two or more phone numbers, then it is known as multi-valued attribute. Now, every entity is related to any other entity using relationship. It can be one to one to many to one, or many to many. The first shape under ER diagram is known as entity. It is depicted using a rectangular box. If it is a weak entity, double rectangle. A key attribute is an eclipse with an underline. Composite attributes, since it composes of multiple attributes, so it's multiple attributes related to a single attribute using lines. And multi-valued attributes, that is the phone number, it is depicted using double eclipse, and the relationship is depicted using a diamond box. So if you look over here, there are four entities, that is student, course, department, and instructor. Student has four attributes: student ID, first name, last name, and phone number. Now one student, that is related to a course using the relationship enrolled by. The course has three attributes: course ID, duration, and course name. Core two or more courses cannot have the same course ID. That is why that is the key attribute. And if you look at the diagram properly, you can see the numbers 1 and also the letter M and N. So that means N number of students can be enrolled to M number of courses. So in case there are 30 students, so 30 students will have 30 student IDs, and those 30 students can be enrolled to, let's say, 5 courses are there, so any of the 5 courses. But if it is a one-to-one relationship, if it's just number one and one, that means the department entity can have only one HOD. That is why it is the headed by relationship is one-to-one with the instructor. So this is how you draw an ER diagram. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening.